because we've already settled in and I've already made all sorts of little weird noises, but I'm sorry I didn't press record in time. You can request those at any time. I'm here for those. But welcome to our circle right here, right now. I'm gonna start us off by just breathing us in and having a channel come to life. And while I do this, whatever it's like to settle in, a lot of what we're here to do is like welcoming the idea of somatic therapy, of being with our bodies, our breath, our mind, and just sitting down and settling and breathing and like listening to ourselves and our body. And so I'm inviting you to do that now. For me, my eyes automatically go downcast, but some people like to look around them. Some people like to move while it's happening, but I'm inviting you to get more aware of the skin suit that you're in, the magic that it is, and what can be seen as madness as it is, like the whole human that you are, and all of the pieces of the nervous system that make us up. Just allow your breath to just start to wonder about all the pieces of you, all the faces, all the roles, all the thing that your body like works you through. And the thing that Gina and I are really studying together, and we really just want to be teachers and students and just keep putting ourselves out there to stand for people healing with themselves and their bodies, to be able to show up better in this world, to be in service. So thank you for joining, for being someone that wants to care for self, you know, like our temple of humanness, right? Like this is sacred, and attempting to treat it so by showing up to a phone call like this right now. So I'm gonna start us with just gratitude and opening up this space. And I thank your breath for it guided you here. I thank your fingertips and your toes. I thank your body and the heart and all of the other organs and all of the things that are around you that you're breathing in. I thank it for existing, because it's holding you on this earth, it's holding us on this earth. And I thank all of the creatures that came before us, the trees, the sea creatures, the reptiles, the trees, the plant life, and also like the air creatures and how they have evolved, how the sea creatures have evolved, how the mountains have evolved. It's like things that have been way before man. I take a moment to thank it. And whatever land that you're on, I thank it as it being a holy land. And whatever people have been there before, whatever people have come to be there, that land is blessed by all that have contributed to it. If your breath has a desire to become any audibleness, to start to evoke what we're going to be doing, I'm inviting you to allow sighs or movements, and just have it be a practice, knowing that everyone's just grounding in. You know, we're inviting intuitive movement with the intention, with the prayer, that it allows us to heal parts of our shadow. Like the body keeps the score, and we have things that are stored in us, whether it's sadness or trauma or fear or whatever it is, to let our breath start to guide us, to let our heart open, to let ourselves be with ourselves, to not make a story of why we have these things stored in our body, but just to feel it and let our bones go hollow again. So I'm inviting you to, I know for me, I have extra spit right now, like I'm letting go of some stuff. So even like spitting, like allow yourself to, I'm gonna do it. To do it. I like to move motion over my eyes, actually rub my eyes. I like to, you know, wash my crown of my head, pound on my heart a little bit, tap, like just start to evoke that. And the breath can be as simple as like sound effects of the birds, of the crickets, of your heartbeat. Oh. I'm gonna start to guide us back now that I feel there's like a new ground of sense under me, and I pray it's under you. But just to be here, and I always ask before I go to these calls, like, if I were to be taking care of my mentor right now, how would I prepare them for this ritual? And that's what I came to right now, like before Gina and I were meeting, and that's how I treated that space. I want to treat this space the same. And now I ask just for a moment of quietness for you to be with you, to see how you want to treat yourself as the greatest mentor that you are, like the highest self that you are, before coming back to this space, and connecting with like the real time right now of us being on this Zoom call together. So allow your breath to be. I'm going to get quiet for a moment, and we'll breathe our way back in, but let yourself be with you to tend to it. And I invite you to feel the bottoms of the soles of your feet that are on the ground. Whatever's whatever's touching something that is gravity holding you on earth. It's your butt, your thighs, whatever that is, just to feel you being held. Start to wiggle those things just to bring you back. Let you settle in your spine. And when you feel ready and called, I have you open your eyes and come back to the Zoom.
Right. Thank you, Simca, for starting us off and bringing us back into our bodies. Just want to invite us to take a little bit of time and just go around, and we're going to do a brief introduction if you care to share. As Simca has already mentioned, there are no have-tos in this space, and if you're not in a place to share, that's fine. If you'd like to have your camera off at any time, that's fine. But the invitation is to just briefly, maybe a minute, minute and a half, a little bit about you, maybe where you are at physically in the world. A really awesome part about this call is that we're coming from so many different places, and we get to all be together in one space because of this technology. So just giving gratitude for that. And I'll start us off, and then we'll kind of just move around the circle. Um, Hi, everyone. I'm Gina Savakul, and I'm coming to you from New Jersey on the East Coast. And Simca and I met last year. We were in a mystery school together, and we sit in wisdom circle together, and we have become good friends. And um, she was my integration partner after my first plant medicine ceremony, and I got to spend some time with her. And this is what we do together. This is how we interact. This is how we relate, and it's been super healing for me. I can only speak for myself. It's been very healing for me. So the desire to bring it out and share what we do with more people was really put on my heart, and that's why I'm here today, and that's why I'm doing this today. Um, I also feel called to create community of like-minded people who are doing this kind of work, and a lot of people that I'm connecting with don't live in my area, and so jumping on Zoom has been really helpful. It's hard to all get together in the same place in the same time, so having this platform has been, I fought it at first, but it's been very, very good for me to just connect with people and to be able to be in the same place at the same time with people who live hours and hours and miles away from me. So just calling that into the space and my gratitude for that. Who am I? I am a energy artist. I'm a movement artist. My background is in dance, and movement has always been my medicine. Um, I stopped moving many years ago due to trauma and addiction and so many reasons. And when I stopped moving, that was when I got really, really, really sick. And so, getting back to movement and having movement be part of my personal practice that I use in a spiritual way has been huge for my healing process. And being able to just clear so much stuck trauma, so much stuck energy, just letting it all go, letting it all go. And I'm now tapping into movement as a sacred practice, understanding that the movement that comes out of me is sacred. It is a prayer, and I can use that as prayer, and I can use it so many ways. And sharing it here in this space where it's not about being performative or putting on a show. It's really about being with whatever's in us that maybe doesn't have words, that we can just feel it and be with it, and maybe eventually put words to it if we like, maybe not. And so that's why I'm here today, to share this practice and to continue to do it in community. I've also found it really healing to be witnessed and witness others in this practice, has added this whole other layer of healing for me as well. So I'm really grateful to be here, and I'm really grateful to be here with all of you. And we're going to turn it over. We can just go around briefly, take a minute or two, try not to go too long so we can get on with the rest of our call. But if you'd like to share a little bit, we'd love to hear from you. Thank you.
I'll go. I'm Stephanie. It's really good to be here and to see you, Simka. My heart is like breaking open today, right now. Just feeling like I really wanted to be here, even though I'm like, fuck, like the screens, like, and I feel like that is kind of melting right now. Like, as you're speaking, Gina, I'm like, I can feel you, like, on the other side. Like, you're, like, I can feel you. It feels so good. I don't know. Are we? So I guess we're dancing. I just wanted to see Simka.
I love you. We're gonna dance stuff. We're gonna do the thing. Do you, well, you kind of said, but it's just like, hey, what's up? My name's Simcha, and I'm here because I find it really important to move my body, and I want to hold space for people to do that. What I heard from you was that you're really excited to see me. Is there any other reason that you felt called to come be here right now and move your body with us? Is there anything that you want to like set intention around? The wind's going. Powerful woman.
Yeah, thanks for the invite. For sure, I want to move the stuck energy that I feel around so much of what's going on in my life, in the world right now, the way I've shown up in my relationships, how I'm calling in community, remembering the love. That's the real pillar of all of this work. Sending all those prayers out to all parts of me, calling all parts of myself back to me now, and all of us back to ourselves. And just sharing that with each of you, it just feels so tender and good and healing. Yeah, just bless you both. Thanks for hosting, having me. Yeah.
Yeah, I can try a quick check-in. have to deal with the cartoons in the background. I'm Lisa, and I am also here because of Simca. And I, um, let's see, and I know Simca due to another community and ceremony. And so I am here to support and be a part of the personal and collective healing that we are doing to make the world, our world, even if it's the world in Zoom for now, a better place. And to collaborate with my fellow families. Yeah, yeah. So I'm residing in Santa Rosa right now in the Sonoma County area. And yeah, I think that's it for now.
Thank you. I love you.
I love you.
Dan, do you wanna introduce yourself?
Sure.
No pressure.
I'm Daniel. I'm also in the East Coast. I'm not too far from Gina. She invited me to this, and I can't even stay that long because I have to go to a viewing in a little bit. But I felt like it was important to be here for a particular reason, and I don't really question those things when I get those sort of feelings. So I'm here. But thank you. I wrote that down. I wrote thank you for holding this space. And I just want you to know I'm having a very visceral reaction to just being here and just being my heart to do is wide open. It just blew open when I sat down. I started just letting it come through me, and I'm like thinking like, how far do I like what do I do? And like I go back to like strength through vulnerability. That's one of my skills. I can just be vulnerable, and I can just it's part of my strength. So maybe that's what I'm here to do. I don't have to question that. So yeah, that's it. I have to go in a little bit. I have to go in like 10 minutes, but either way, I'm here, and I'm strong through my vulnerability, and thank you for your space. Yeah.
I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you. Thank you. And I'll end the intros by I mean, I feel like I've introduced myself, and I simply add the intention that we're here for as long as we're here, and that we can always return to the space of being open and being grounded, and knowing how much of us we can share in spaces, and like to be really sovereign in this crazy world, to be able to settle in the skin and be peace. So that peace is being created because we're being in peace while the rest of the world is literally breaking apart. So that's why I feel really called to be in this energy right now of like, I'm not here to continue protesting. I'm here to be the peace that people can come rest at for a moment and remember like, okay, we're okay, and like regroup, because I just can't protest anymore. So I'm inviting as this movement, I'm going to lead it to Gina, and Gina's going to do a little meditation before we start going into movement. And I really introduce the idea of finding peace here with our bodies and all of the different elements of us. That's what I study, and I call myself the holy culturist, and I'm here to just gather all of the ways to present them, and being a fun teacher that able to lighten up the fucking load of what the reality of life is by being a little sacred clown fool. So with that, I'll lighten up the mood and say, yeah. And then I'm gonna pass it to Gina to have go in the meditation. I love you.
Thank you. It was really great to feel each and every one of you in the intro. And if I haven't met you before today, I feel like I have already known you for a lifetime. So welcome. It's beautiful. So I'm just going to invite everyone to draw your eyes closed if that feels comfortable. There's no have tos. I just want to take a quick moment here. Stay with me. Turn this up a little. Okay, yes, perfect. If we could just take a breath here together, in through the nose, out through the mouth, make some noise, let it go. And maybe one more just like that, in through the nose. Tapping into that mind's eye, the third eye, bringing our awareness within, calling all of us back in to ourselves from wherever we've been outside of ourselves, calling our awareness and our consciousness back to our body. Reminding us that we are mostly water. Feeling that water trickle all the way down to your heels. With the attention on the feet, imagine yourself walking in beautiful dark soil just into the entrance of a cave. And the soil is soft and with bare feet. And it's a little bit damp, but it's not muddy. And it just feels really beautiful. And taking those steps, and as you enter the cave, the soil kind of dissipates, and now you're standing on rock. And you feel the water is rushing over your feet as it comes across the rock, and gently falling into a crevice. And you can hear the water, it's going somewhere deeper. And you get curious of where is the water going? You step a little bit further into your cave, following that sound of the water as it finds its lowest point. You make your way down. And in the bottom of this cave, you find a spring, a hot spring, a pool. It's deep enough that we can submerge our entire body in it, and it's clean and it's pristine and it's protected. And the water has led us here, so we can just go ahead and get into that body of water in the bottom of this cave and submerge our entire body. Maybe you only come up to your waist, maybe you allow it to your neck. Maybe you want to go ahead and submerge completely, take your head under, and come back up, the breath. In this dark, submerged place that we've found ourselves in, relaxation, where we are protected, everything that's going on outside the cave, where we can just be for a few moments with ourselves and our bodies. Feeling how the water allows us to float. And in this pool of water, we don't have any heaviness. If there's anything that you want to release into this body of water, if there's something that you already have on your mind or your throat or your heart that you're ready to let go of, release it into this body of water, in this bottom of the cave. reminding us that we always have this place that we can return to whenever the outside feels too intense. Maybe we just need to regroup. Maybe we need to let go of something. Maybe it feels too heavy or too hard, but we can always return to our cave, our body of water at the bottom of the cave. Just slowly take our time coming back into our bodies, back into the screen. Simca will lead us into her meditation as we start moving. We're going to carry this meditation into some movement. Thank you.
Thank you, Gina, for the codes. And I'm inviting you to come back into your space, and really, if there's any movement of rearranging, or if you're like, I'm about to move my body, how does my body want to start right now? Like taking a moment to be like, I'm about to put on some music for you to move to based off of all of the stuff that's already happened. I know for me, I'm simply just moving my stool out of the way. Or just to give yourself some time to kind of settle. And I'm going to take my dang shoes off because I like my feet on the earth. I'm going to take a sip of water. Transitions are key, especially when we're tending to the nervous system. So I'm saying we're about to do some music. So I invite you just to kind of be in your own space. If you want to wish to witness anyone, you can come witness on the screen. If you're someone who's like, I want to dance with myself, then turn your video off. It's all welcome here, but I just want to take a moment to acknowledge the space between listening to someone to be grounded to then listen to our body. So ask your body. We'll take a moment, and then when it's time, I love you, Stephanie. We'll send you the replay if you want to move to the music we presented. Okay. And then I'm going to have Gina start it. Gina, just take a breath and start it when you feel right and good.
All right, excellent. Just going to turn this music over. Great. We're just going to lead in a little bit, a couple of invitations as we start to move, and we may give a couple here and there just to be in your own experience, to feel your body moving, using your breath, your movement, and your relationship to the space around you to just be with yourself and to be with whatever is for you. I like to use this practice as a way to just even know what I'm feeling. There were so many years of my life where I couldn't even name a feeling or recognize it. Just like finding it. Go ahead and let go of any words right now. We're just going to move together, and I'll let you know when it's time to come back in.
The one common language which all human beings can understand is music. Music connects us, moves us, transcends traditions, cultures, conditioning, gender. Music is food for the soul and uplifts our spirit and our hearts and allows us to remember what is true, what is essential, which is love. All of music is creative processes. All art is born out of love for beauty, love for expansion, love for awakening, love for this creation, love for one another. So music is born, all art is born from the heart. All art is born from the heart. The true art is born from the heart. If we want to survive as a human species, we have to awaken to that truth that we are all related, not just with one another in the human realm, but with all of our relations in all kingdoms, mineral, plant, mycelium, animal, and human kingdom of all races, all nations, all colors of skin, kingdom of our ancestors and the future generations, and all in the seen and unseen within earth, water, fire, air, and ether. We seem to keep on forgetting the basic truth that we are just guests here for a limited time, and that this precious blue pearl, our sacred Mother Earth, is not just our home planet, but our body, and what we do to this living organism, we do to ourselves and our children and the future generations. Therefore, we are called up to awaken to the simple truth, to step into empowerment and to support one another in our empowerment, in a mutual empowered round table or council, or earth tribe, where we recognize that we are all unique emanations of the one ocean, the one infinite source, unique waves of the one ocean of being. And only through our identification with the illusion of separation, we fall into some kinds of sense of separateness, which causes suffering. So in the moment we stop and come home to our true nature, our true being, we can recognize that essence in everything, in everyone, in all emanations of creation.
already there, but if you haven't already made your way back to your square on Zoom, coming back in your movement. Maybe you'd like to take one hand to your heart, one hand to your low belly. Feels so good to be together. Acknowledging that. Freaking amazing. I'm going to turn it over to Sita. She's going to share some words.
Okay, thank you for moving with me. As a transition back, I'm really into transitions, so I just share a practice I do before moving from one thing to another, before hopping in. I take a moment to say, is there anything I want to remember in this moment? Is there anything I want to write down? Is there anything I need? Do I need to collect some sort of thought? If there, like just take a moment of like, do I have something I want to say? Is there some sort of wisdom to bring? But just like in the transition of we moved with ourselves to come back to have some space to share any words that are coming forward. And being able to be in council together before we close the space. If there's anything that was left found to offer from a place of like, this is what I noticed, and this is the meaning I'm making up. So before going there, I'm just offering an opportunity if you want to write something down to write it down. If there's something like you want to go get it. If there's like even a stone you want to hold on to, if there's some water you want to drink after just moving, just like whatever it is, take care of yourself. And I will close the music time by saying thank you. And I'm going to open it up for space for any sharing. That if there any sharing that needs to happen or wants to happen, I know I have an offering that I would like to offer. And I can, and I can start us off with the offering of what I noticed. I feel like that's where I'm going. I felt the desire to actually practice with these new tools that feel like energy. Like there's earth in this, and then there's also like there's also some air medicine in here. Like there's something really cool about sitting with this, and something I found in my becoming interested of balance and the different levels of us as I started to balance it on my head and asking antlers like if they're antennas, like, and balancing with them. And I started to see all the perspectives I can hold in my body. And it felt like I needed really strong feet on the ground. As long as I knew that my feet were on the ground, I could allow my head to balance. And if I make a metaphor about that, it's like if my hands and my feet are on the earth, I think I'll be receiving the message and how to respond accordingly. Like I'll know how to respond. It felt very athletic. It felt very much like if I'm in that essence when going into a place where I don't feel safe, then that can be something that allows me to feel safer. So thank you for practicing with me today. And that is my wisdom I wish to share. And I will open up the space to see if what else is here. I love you.
I don't really have anything to share. Except gratitude. Yeah.
Thank you, Lisa. Gina, would you like to share things?
Gratitude is such a big thing to share. Grateful to share gratitude with you. Sometimes like that's all there is, right? I know. For me, yeah. Something was coming through for me big time. It was like this, like the third eye. I've been feeling like my eyesight isn't great lately. Like I need reading glasses, like really bad all of a sudden, and can't even see without them. And have felt a third eye opening lately as well. But there's this like similar strain that like my actual eyes and like my third eye have. Like I feel it when I'm like eyes closed in meditation. I feel that same strain in my third eye as like when I'm trying to see. So I've been sitting with that and trying to ask my body like, what is that? And some wisdom just came through. I don't know if I have the words yet, but it was like my eyes and my third eye has seen so much pain, has witnessed so much pain, like my own pain and like the people around me's pain. It's like if the eyes are the window to the soul and I can feel it because I'm an empath, this is the place where it has passed into me. This is the portal, this is the door, this is where I receive that type of information. And I just felt really called to like treat it really tenderly, almost like it was like a dollhouse. And I was like I had with little baby fingers because I didn't want to break anything. I almost felt like I had to like open the door and like open the little curtains and open things up. And it was like this weird, I don't know how to explain it, but I felt very like I was just pulling away this filter that is like there. And it reminded me of when I was in the theater and we would have these colored papers that would cover the lights in the theater, and it makes the lights like different colors. They're like these little colored pieces of film that you put over the stage lights. And like that was coming through really strong for me. And it was like I had this same filter on for so long, and it was like I was trying to like pull it out of the inside of the dollhouse. It was like this really really came through for me. So how much of what I'm seeing and taking in is the dollhouse, is the stage, but like what's real? Yeah. So like those are questions that I definitely don't have answers to. And I feel like they're questions that allow me to like go in a little deeper and journal on and continue to move on and continue to be with now that I've verbalized that my spiritual sight and my eyesight feel so strained, like what do I want to do about that? Because there's like knowing it, and then they're starting to talk about it, and they're starting to put it out in space. And like once I do that, it's like, what do I want to do with this now? So like no more dollhouses, no more stage performances. Like I feel like what it's asking for is like authenticity in some way, and I'm not sure how to give it that. But yeah, that's what came through for me. Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you for letting me share.
Thank you. You're so wise, and I love how you make meaning and see things in a very beautiful. We all have these cool channels, It's really cool. It's like the heart speaking is the channel. Everyone has one. It's like, how connected are you to your heart? Well, beautiful. I wish to close the circle by simply saying thank you and also like let's do this again. Um, Gina and I have come up with a date that I can't remember now in this moment. I think I wrote it down somewhere. Gina, do you know off the top of your head for the rewatchers?
June 23rd.
Yes,
A
the
few weeks.
Sunday before, yes, June 23rd in the morning at 9 a.m. Pacific time, because we want to get some people who are over that big pond on here with us. So we're taking consideration people across the sea because we like people over there. We want them to come play with us. And so we have that as our next invitation. We're going to continue doing these free offerings, and Gina and I are in the practice of starting to open up our monthly gathering space because we're working together so much. We're just inviting other people to join us. There's a membership space that is on my site. It's at a sliding scale because we're sacred economists. So, and if you know me, you know if money's a thing, then reach out and like let's create a trade about it. But it's time for us to start opening up our own circle and our own space. So what it looks like is bi-weekly Zoom calls where we come and practice and channel together. And then when it's not those Zoom calls, we give content, whether it's recordings or writing or something, like we're building our library to offer it to you based off of the intentions of the people in the class. And then we'll have a WhatsApp space for all of that. And then there's a membership space in my website that we get to find out what that is. But it's really a place for us to meet together at least once a week in some fashion. And then we'll be still offering these free ones just to practice and get people to be like, I want to come to this thing. Invite your friends to the next one if you wish. The rerun or we'll send out the recordings. But this is our way of like being like, fuck it, we'll just start doing the thing until people start joining us. So we're going to continue practicing and we're asking you to come do it with us, but we're committed to doing it with each other. And the more eyes on the spiritual path, the more wise we can all come. So that's how I will end it by saying, thank you for coming and coming in. Thank you for watching. Go share it with someone who might want to come to this space. And that's the end of our word vomit. Gina's creating her website, and there's a lot of more things to offer. Gina, do you want to say anything about your specific offerings for the New Jersey people and where they can come practice with you?
Yeah, sure. I'm actually just launching as we speak. And I'm offering body work, energy work, polarity therapy, Reiki, foot reflexology, breath work, and I'm here at Proper Health in Bordentown, New Jersey. You can find me here. Daniel, that was on or a little earlier, he and I also offer breath work ceremonies as well. And hopefully by the time we meet next time, we'll have something set up to invite people to in person to build community both in person and virtually. And this was a really beautiful moment of integrating a little part of both of our communities a little bit together virtually, and it was really beautiful, and I'd love to see how this grows. I'm really really looking forward to seeing how this grows. If you want to move more with me, I teach yoga twice a week, 9:15 Mondays and Thursdays, slow flow or booty yoga if you like a little more of a challenge. And like this practice though, this type of work, being in this environment and ceremony and with people like such as yourselves, this is what keeps me going. This is like what I love to do. So I'm really grateful to be here and to be growing. Yeah, thanks. Appreciate that. Thank you, Simcha.
Thank you. And Lisa, do you have any closing words that you wish to say? I'm like, Lisa, you want to rep yourself over there too? Like, it's so beautiful to see all the ceremony people, it's just like exquisite.
Oh, well, I just want to say thank you. And if you're in Sonoma County, I offer what I'm calling a cosmistical healing, which is in combination of Reiki and massage and energy work and mediumship and whatever you bring to the table. And I do that once a week in Sonoma County. And I'm grateful and happy to be a part of this. And it was really
Thank
nice to
you.
meet you. Yeah, really nice to meet you.
Yeah,
look
you two
forward
are
to
like
it.
sisters. It's weird for
I
me
know.
to think you actually haven't met yet. So this is really
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
my name's
So,
Simka, and I live in this van, and I am wherever I am. And I am open to invitations to coming to move to your land and being a crazy doula of sorts. I don't wipe asses, but I will wipe your spirit with my spit, with all the love in the world. I love you. I'm gonna press stop recording. Bye, everyone. You're so loved.